Welcome to another how-to mod video, and today's video is going to be on Bossk. Okay, there are a few different ways to mod Bossk. I'm going to show you the way that I have him modded right now, and how it depends on if you use him in the leadership slot or not as well. So first, we'll look at his basic ability, Prey on the Weak. Deal physical damage to target enemy. Really has nothing to do with the mods, unless you have some crit damage, which you won't. Hunting Party. Deal physical damage to target enemy and stun them for 1 turn. Call all other bounty hunter allies to assist, dealing 60% less damage if the target is the weakest enemy. Reduce all assisting bounty hunter cool allies by 1. Okay, that could mean some potency is important to get a stun. Predator Instincts. Bossk dispels all debuffs on himself, recovers 50% health, then gains Frenzy and Taunt for 3 turns. All other bounty hunter allies gain offense up for 2 turns. Now the leadership ability. This is important, okay? All bounty hunter allies gain 50% max protection and 50% tenacity. All bounty hunter allies gain 100% defense while at full health. Whenever an enemy suffers a debuff or resists, all bounty hunter allies recover 5% health and protection. When Bossk is in the leader slot, not the ally slot, the following contract is active. Once you get it, all bounty hunter allies gain 50 speed for the rest of the battle, and their payouts are activated. Okay, so if you do not have Bossk leadership Zetaed, you should have it Zetaed, okay? Especially if you're going to use him to get Chewy, which not everybody does. It's the way I did it. I have his leadership Zetaed. We will look at Trandoshan Rage. I do not have this Zetaed, but it states that Bossk has plus 50% defense and plus 50% max health while he has Taunt, and gains plus 50% offense and plus 50% health steal while attacking buffed enemies. When Bossk loses Taunt, this is the Zeta part. He gains Taunt for 1 turn if the weakest enemy has protection. And then we'll read Bossk's payout. Whenever Bossk receives rewards from a contract, he also gains the following payout. Bossk recovers 5% health and protection at the start of his turn, and half that much when another bounty hunter ally starts their turn. Okay, so how could you mod him? Again, there's a few different ways. We'll go in and we'll look at the advanced stage. It tells you to mod him with speed and defense. That's actually a good idea if you have some speed and defense, okay? So a speed set is not awful, but this is how I mod him, okay? You want tons of speed in the secondaries because you want him fast. Some people run him at like 280, which is okay. That's if you're running with Arena or some parts like that. This is the way I run him, especially if I'm going to use him in the raid or anything like that. I have 2 tenacity sets and a health set. Now, let's just digress a little bit. If you have him in the leadership spot, he's going to be gaining plus 50% tenacity. So, is 96.96% tenacity going to be needed? No, you can put more health or another defensive set on him because he's going to be gaining that 50%. This would get him to like 146.96%. That's so high. You know, unless you're facing a Palpatine team where they're lowering their potency, just, you know what, just know that if you're going to run tenacity like I do at times, to account for the 50% extra when you have him in the leadership spot. So, since that's where I mostly run him, but I'm putting it in the case that if I don't run him in this spot, I'm putting 2 tenacity sets on him, and then a health set. You can either put a health set or a defensive set, okay? Either or. Some people ask, you know, aren't defensive sets better than health? They can be, because you take less damage from each hit when you have a higher defensive stat or more defensive mods. I don't have as many defensive mods. I haven't been farming them as much because I've been taking mods to tier 6. So that's why I have a health set in there. Okay, so in the tenacity spot, again, potency can be kind of important if you want to get that stun for sure. I only have him at 31%. I don't find it as important. It's just the way I am. So I have a plus 19 speed in the secondary. Of course, you want this speed. The primary of the square is always offense. Plus 2.12% potency, plus 6 defense, and plus 1.82% tenacity. Have that speed, have that tenacity, have some defense, have some potency. This is a good mod. Okay? In the health, he has a primary stat of defense, of course. Plus 14 speed, plus 71 offense, plus 1.33 crit chance, and plus 1.05% health. Again, I'm not looking to deal lots of damage with Bossk. I'm working on him being able to take turns and take a few hits. Because remember, he has an ability that he's going to heal. and gain taunt and frenzy when he heals. So you're going to be able to go quite a few times. So I don't want him stunned when any of that is happening. Or have to skip a turn. In the circle, you could have a protection. I have a health. Primary stat of health. This is a tenacity mod. I have plus 2.14% tenacity, plus 18 speed, plus 1.19% protection, and plus 0.32 offense. Pretty good mod. Again, if you want to put protection as the primary, that's okay as well, because he's going to be regaining both health and protection back. In the cross, I have a tenacity mod right now, okay? With the tenacity as the primary stat. Plus 13 speed, plus 36 offense, plus 1.15% crit chance, and plus 1.17% defense. That's pretty good. Now, if you want to put protection or something in this mod, or health, or defense, remember that I'd be getting probably, if I take the 24% away and then I'd be adding 50 to it, I would still be way over on the tenacity. I don't know if it's me. I just like that feeling to make sure I almost never ever get stunned unless I have tenacity down. So if you want, run a health set, run a tenacity set, run a protection set. In the triangle, I have a defensive mod. This could also be protection. It could also be health. But this is a great mod because I chose this one because I have a bunch of bonus protection in the secondaries. I have plus 395 health, decent, plus 15 speed, again, fast, plus 1,533% additional 1,533 add-on to protection, and then a plus 1.55% protection. Good mod. Again, I want him to be able to take some hits. Health, protection, it's up to you. Now, in the arrow, you want to put speed, okay? I have a speed here, and what's really nice about this is I have plus 5.22% protection in the secondary, plus 1.2% defense, plus a little extra potency. So I'm gaining some more protection with this. So what I did, instead of putting, 6 tenacity mods and getting him up to 120%, if I use him against a Palp team in Arena when I've tried him or stuff like that, I'll sometimes put all tenacity set on him. But I also want him to have some extra health, because he's going to be regaining that. So I put a health set on him as well to get that plus 10% health. And then the tenacity set, like I said. So I have him at 260. The health, 3,500, or 35,000. The protection, 45,000. That could be much higher depending on how you choose to mod him. He may not be able to take as many hits, but if you keep him going, that's what speed is important for. That's why I have that on him. Now, a lot of people, like I said, if they don't have these good as second speed and secondary mods, run a speed set on him. But make sure you try to keep the primary stats the same. Like I said, you can change the tenacity to protection or whatever and stuff like that. I keep a tenacity in there. Okay, so that is basically how I mod him. Tenacity sets, a health set. But really, with the tank, especially with him, you can't go really wrong with a defensive set, health set, or protection set, especially if you run him in the leadership spot. So now what we are going to do is I'm going to go in and show you some gameplay of Bossk. I'm going to do the best I can here. Let me see. In this case, we're just going to have to go... No, I'm not going to use him in Arena. We're just going to go into a dark side territory battle right now. Or dark side territory. Dark side battle. And we're just going to throw him into a lineup. We'll run a bounty hunter lineup. I don't want to add anybody here because I don't want to skew any of the results. This Stormtrooper looks perfect, okay? And there's a Greedo lead. Let's run him in the leadership spot to start with. And let me go check my bounty hunters here. And we're going to throw Boba in. We're going to throw Greedo in. Okay, so he's in the leadership spot. He's going to be gaining that extra. Everybody's going to be gaining max protection. Everybody's going to be gaining tenacity, defense, recovery of health. So I'll show you how this goes. Again, we might be able to walk through this somewhat, but Bossk is going first here. Okay, this is huge. Remember, payouts. Remember, when you get your contracts, you want to get your contracts because he's going to be gaining plus 50. All of them are. When he's in the leadership spot, all bounty hunters are going to be gaining plus 50 speed, and that's huge. So, can we get a stun here? We didn't get a stun. That's okay. That's because I don't have as much potency on him. Let's just do a basic attack. Do a basic here. I want to have him go as many times as possible, so I'm going to be giving some boosting of stats. Let's go like this. There, I want to be able to save this like this. Oh, good thing he dodged a stormtrooper so I can get to the payout quicker. So you're seeing all that bonus protection is huge, especially if you use him to face or go against Chewie. Look at, we got to our payouts right away, and this is another thing to keep in mind: the contract rewards. Bossk is a pretty decently easy contract to get, okay, and that's what's nice about it, because you're going to be able to get it a lot quicker just by attacking the weakest enemy. You don't have to, like Django, attack 20 people or attack people with buffs. Just attack the weakest enemy, and you're going to be able to come through here and get these guys, okay? Now what I'll show you what we can do with his Predator Instincts. He doesn't have any debuffs, but he would cleanse himself. Oh, big hit with Embo. Perfect. And now let's see if we can get a stun here, okay? We did get a stun. Okay, so you can see that's very useful. You're calling all the other bounty hunter allies to assist, which is very nice. Let's go like this. Perfect. Okay. I want to find more utilization for Django in the game. Last battle here, of course, we're facing the New Hope cast. Okay, so let's have him taunt again. Perfect. Let's come in and use a big hit with Embo. Okay. Now, with the taunt, he's going to be able to get attacked here. And see, he's not going to get stunned when I have that much tenacity with him on the leadership spot. That's good. There's not going to be many negative... It's not just stun. There's not going to be any negative status effects except for the unavoidable ones that come to him. Okay, he got a stun there, which is nice. And we'll just do a basic. I don't have him here to do lots of damage, guys. That's not his importance. He's able to help control the battlefield with taunts and cleanses and stuff like that. And he gives offense up to the entire team. Okay, so this was actually a good representation of how to run him. Now I will do the same thing, but I'm going to have him not in the leadership spot. So it's going to be a little different. I will put in... Give me a crappy character again. The Magna Guard. Okay, so now let's say I'm going to run Embo in the leadership spot. If you don't have Embo... Oh, wait, what am I doing here? Actually, most people probably have Boba, so let's run Boba in the leadership spot. And then we'll put Bossk in there. We'll put Embo back in there. And this is how some people, I know Mobile Gamer used this team, or a variation of this team. He had Dengar in there as well, to get Chewie to 7 stars. It took a while, but it is possible. Now, the first enemy that attacks is the first enemy we want to take out with Boba Fett's contract. So let's actually give him a taunt. Give offense up to everybody. Okay, so the first enemy that attacked was this guy right here. So we want to take him out. See, that's what's nice about Boba Fett's contract. If you take out the enemy that attacks first, you get it. It doesn't work in places like raids, where usually it's Traya or Scion that attacks first. Okay. So again, he's regaining some health and protection after every turn, even when he's not in the leadership spot. Why did I do that? I wasn't paying attention. But he's still going to be... And that's the thing. When he regains that, it kind of counters for the health and protection I don't have on him. Some of the extra stuff I don't have. I'll save the taunt till next round so we can actually get it where some of the big daddies attack it. So, okay, and with Bossk having that much speed, he's going to get to go quite a bit, which is good. I have him with a lot of... That's why we have him with a lot of speed. Keep gaining those turns. Keep being able to taunt, recovering that health, recovering that protection. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, good. They're attacking Bossk. Good, he can't stun Bossk. I'm a huge fan of tenacity, if you guys can't tell. I think it's a underrated stat that has become better with the mod reworks. And he's regaining health and protection a little bit every time a bounty hunter goes, too, guys. So that's what's nice, okay? Perfect. Battle's over. So that is a pretty decent representation of how to use Bossk. Like I said, the leadership spot is great to have him in because you're going to be gaining plus 50% extra protection for every bounty hunter. And then you also get that extra speed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the subscribe button, like the video, click the notification bell so you can be alerted to every video that I post. Leave comments in the comment section below. I'm going to leave a link to my Discord server and Patreon page in the description below. Otherwise, peace out, and may the force be with you.